Social media is by far one of the easiest platforms to get more coaching clients online. You can message people and you can book calls with them. You can tell them your offer, all those things. But the issue is that a lot of people don't trust you, right? Even though they've been consuming your content and watching your stuff, they may not be ready for your sales conversation. People may have an adverse relationship to sales. So when they see you drop a 60-minute call link and like, just book a call with me, they may be like, ooh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. So because of that, I really like the 2-call close system. And I'm going to walk through that with you here. But essentially the only difference is in a 1-call close, you're telling them your offer. You tell them your offer, you tell them how you can help, and that's on the first call. A 2-call close is where the first call is more value driven and you can just connect with them. And you can tell them like early on in the process that, hey, this first call is really just for me to get to know you and for you to get to know me. And if there's a relationship, if I can help you and I think I can, what we'll do is we'll set up a second call where I can showcase more of my offer. So the whole purpose here is for us to connect. You can leave your credit card at home. We're not going to talk about price, enrolling you, any of that stuff. It lowers the barrier and people like lose that protective guard of like, oh my gosh, she's going to sell me, right? So where they just kind of relax a little bit. So because of that, if you don't have a lot of lead flow, I recommend this. And then 2, if this is a cold person that has never heard about you before, this is a better approach because you can build a relationship, especially if this is a coaching offer, because coaching is about relationship building. It's not about while it is a service business, it's not like I'm running your ads for you or I'm creating something for you, which is more transactional. It's a transformative relationship, okay? So if we look at the 1-call close system, let's say, social media post, right? Someone engaged with your social media post. And then from there, they DM you, right? And then from here, you would book a sales call, book a call. And then on the call, you price drop. Okay, so you say, hey, thank you so much for taking time on today's call. On the call, you would do your normal sales process where it's like, what have you tried before? Where are you at? What have you tried before? Like, have you worked with a coach before? Why? I'll create some more trainings on like the sales process, right? But not automatically, it depends on the person, right? If this is especially like, I'd say more in the B2C realm. So B2C is business to consumer. So if you are working with people, not businesses, they can often put up, B2B, like if a business owner understands that they're getting on a call that you have an offer for them, but sometimes consumers don't, right? So sometimes B2B, you may not want to do this 2-call close. Like because you're essentially like they have so much time, right? It's like, I don't necessarily want to take up more of business owners' time. If I have a service-based offer, I'm going to probably pitch it pretty early on because that's the type of person that's going to make a logical decision. B2C, where it's more emotional, and even coaching, like coaching, consulting, that's typically a 2-call close, especially for like early on entrepreneurs because, they're still learning. There's so much emotion involved in that, right? So again, this 1-call close, you got a social media post, someone DMs you, you book a call, and on the call, you go through a 30, 40-minute questions back and forth, just listening to them. I'll make some more trainings on this stuff later in the future. And then you drop the price. That's a 1-call close. Okay. I really, really like a 2-call close. And on this, the same thing happens, except for we're booking a call. And this first call is like 15 to 30 minutes of connection, right? And this does 2 parts. It's also often called a triage call. And the purpose of that is to see if this person's a good fit. And if they're not a good fit, then we don't invite them to another call where we drop the price. And then 2, it helps build trust. Someone has to say yes to you to hop on a 15-minute connection call with you. Then they have to say yes again to schedule a sales call. So they're more serious buyers, right? and they've already got a vibe for who you are and what you do. So it becomes easier with a 2-call close to close on that second call because they've chosen to speak with you another time. And if they're showing up, again, that's another yes in your favor, right? Like, oh man, I've already spent so much time with this. And coaching, consulting is all about relationship building. So that's why I really like this, is that I would prefer more people do the 2-call close in a coaching setting, right? So at the end of this 15, 30-minute call, you're like, hey, you know what? I think I can help you. I'd love to schedule another call that's between 30 and 60 minutes. And on this call, we'll talk more about how I help my clients achieve X, Y, and Z. And this is a really good opportunity for you to showcase your offer and really dive deeper into what they talked about in this first call. This first call here, this triage or connection call, is a more surface level call where someone's going to share what they're experiencing, what they've tried before, all of that stuff. But you may not dive. I would suggest kind of leaving it more topical and not diving straight into the weeds. But on this 30 and 60-minute call is where you can. You're like, hey, I noticed on this last call you mentioned X, Y, and Z. Let's talk about that more. Like, why is that important to you? And we dive deeper into the layers of what's going on and help them realize that this is something that I do want to get addressed now. So yeah, overall, you can do a 1-call close. I prefer the 2-call. I still do 1-calls from time to time, especially if I've got high lead flow and I just need to get on calls and just kind of, take more calls because I just don't have the time to do 15-minute calls. That does happen, right? Then that's fine. But overall, if it's coaching, relationship building, you don't have a lot of lead flow, I would highly recommend doing a 2-call close. And also if the lead doesn't know you, if the person does not know you at all, 2-call close, build a relationship, build trust, build know, like, and trust. Then on the next call, drop the price. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys. It's helped me a lot. And honestly, it's a lot easier, and I feel more confident. Like when I first started pitching a 15-minute call, I was like, I'm not going to sell you. This is just the time to connect. I felt much more aligned with that. So if you feel like that too, this is a great way to get this process up and running for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.